If we're going to blame anybody for this loss, big dog, this one's on you, man. Now, I don't know what happened last night, what your game plan was, but you had 2 weeks to prepare for this game, man, and you guys looked totally unprepared. I'm not even going to say you guys played bad because we all know you did, but you guys looked unprepared. And what disappointed me the most was that there were no adjustments being made by you and your great quarterback, Patrick Mahomes. We know the Eagles are pass rushing you guys. They're beating you guys with 4 guys. They're not sending any exotic pressures. They're not sending any exotic blitzes. They're 4D linemen. They're just beating your 5 guys up front between your lineman and then your tight end or running back, whoever's helping out pass pro. So they're beating them up front. How do we combat pass rush? We run the football. If you can't run the ball, let's run a draw. Hey, pass, hand the ball off. Let's get a cheap 3 to 4 yards. Now it's 2nd and 7, 2nd and 6, instead of 2nd and 12 because he got sacked. You can't do that. Quick screen. You got Xavier Worthy. You got Hollywood Brown. 2 guys who are great at open space. Give him the ball. Let him make a guy miss. Get a quick 5 yards. And I'm not just saying you're going to go out there and just run the ball over the Eagles defense. That's very hard to do. They have a great defense. But the same way the Chiefs kept Saquon Barkley in check and he still got his 90 to 100 yards, he was going out there. He was getting 3 yards a carry, another 4 yards, another 2.5, 3 yards. That way you go from 2nd and 7, 3rd and 4. Now Jalen Hurts can cook on 3rd down and it's 3rd and manageable. Now your playbooks open up. But when you're trying to throw the ball deep and you're getting pressured all day and you're not adjusting to that, now you're behind the sticks. It's 2nd and 12, 2nd and 13. 3rd and 19 now. What plays are you going to run? That's the defensive dream for the Eagles. You made the game that much easier for them. And we know Mahomes played horrible. That whole offense played horrible except for Xavier Worthy. Defensively, Kansas City, I thought, played a decent game. Were they great? No. But at the same time, they held their own. They kept the game somewhat competitive for the most part. But when your offense goes out there, they're getting 3 and outs, they're throwing interceptions. Eventually, that's going to wear and tear on your defense because they're out there the majority of the game. Yeah, they played bad, so that's why they lost. But on top of that, they played that bad because they had no answers for the Eagles. Like I'm not in the meeting room, so I don't know what they had going on, what the film study said, what their game plan was. But watching that game as a former player, it's one thing to play bad, and it's one thing to play bad because you weren't prepared. They played bad because they were prepared for the Eagles and their game plan and their defense because they had no answers. Going out, okay, the first couple of drives, you're filling them out, you're getting knocked down, you're getting back up and trying to fight. But after that, you should have adjustments. They had no clue what was going on, and that's the most disappointing part because you have an all-time great coach and you have an all-time great quarterback on offense, but offensively, they were an entire mess for Kansas City, and that's why they lost this game. What do you guys think? What are you guys' opinions about this game?